Hello, welcome to my channel, Steve Infinity. In this video, I just wanted to do a quick kind of like discussion as a way to kind of help conceptualize the whole idea of like time being an illusion, as they say. So I feel like an analogy that I like to use that kind of helps me kind of grasp the idea of it a bit better and stuff like that. Kind of how they say, everything already exists, and everything already like just is, and that time is an illusion and stuff like that. But from our 3D perspective, it can be quite hard to kind of like conceptualize and perceive and understand such a thing when we are moving through these 3D lives of growth from the little baby up into an adult, and we have all these 3D linear time type things happening that we use to perceive our reality. So an analogy, if that's what you want to call it, whatever, that I like to use to kind of help me like think of the idea of it all, is, kind of if you think of how you have electrical wires, and electrical wires already are just like are where they are, like they already exist from one end of the wire to the other end of the electrical wire, plugged into the wall, then say plugged into your computer, that all already is and all already exists. But if you were, say, from the perspective of the energy inside of the wires, the energy that's traveling through the wires, say like from the wall to your computer, as you're moving through the wire from the wall to the computer, it would feel like that you're moving, from one end of a wire to the other end. So it would feel like you're going from, say, like a start to a finish, or that you have a sense of movement and moving through things, which then creates this illusion and sense of time. But it's not like they're actually, from that aspect that, just because you're at the beginning of the wire, that the end of the wire doesn't already exist. It's just that you just haven't got there yet. So if you know what I mean, I guess like in that aspect of thinking of, like time and things like that, it's kind of like the reality we see and perceive, the physical, you could think of it as being like the wires. But we just can't see the whole entire wire system at the moment from our perspective, because we're just at one point, whether we're at the beginning of the wire, the middle of the wire, or the end of the wire. It's like we can't, from our perspective, see the whole entire system. And so us moving and traveling through that system is what gives us this illusion of time and change and growth and movement, whereas it's more like everything kind of already is. And it's, if that helps, makes sense at all. But that's just like a little like analogy, whatever you want to call it, way I like to think about it, just to kind of help conceptualize that idea of how time is an illusion, and it's more, as they say, everything already is, and it's more our movement through that and our growth or transformation, or whatever you want to call it, through everything that is, kind of carving our own tunnel through the everything, is what creates this illusion of time and change and all that sort of what have you. Very, very like cool and interesting to think about and to try to, comprehend and what that can kind of, open up in thinking about just the ways we do perceive our reality compared to how it actually is happening. Thought I'll just leave that one there for today and sending you so much peace, love, light, and blessings as always.